So for today's video, I want to do a video on why I personally play Final Fantasy XIV above all these other games, because there are so many amazing games out there, but why particularly Final Fantasy XIV for me? So here are going to be my 10 reasons why I play and love this game so freaking much, and I know I could keep going on and on and on, but I know that y'all prefer a little bit of a shorter video, so I'm only doing my top 5 here. And I mean, I gotta have some pretty big reasons because I decided to make this channel for funsies. So the preamble that will become a very important underpinning of this entire video actually is that I have played a lot of games in the past. In fact, I have called myself more of a competitive gamer in the past, if I was honest. I don't know if that's cringe or not, but because I was engrossed in games, especially League of Legends or Call of Duty, long before I got heavily invested into 14. I still love League of Legends. It's just like they have their brand new TV show on Netflix that I'm watching fairly casually, Arcane, which is beyond words so amazing. I know that some people actually want me to do reactions to that. I don't know how that'll do on my channel, but I love the series so freaking much. But like, League of Legends is gonna always be a part of my life. I think it's just like, you know what, that is something that has been mine for so long. Less so Call of Duty, because I played that so much that I am actually burned out. I can probably beat almost anyone else in this community in FPS games, if I'm quite honest, but I'm getting off point, so we're gonna get back to it. So I've also played a ton of single player games. The list is incredibly long to the point of being shocking at times, so I'm just gonna cut it there. Why I'm saying that is that builds into exactly why Final Fantasy XIV. Why do I play this game for me? Because it does so many things that I simply cannot experience in any capacity in these other games. The first up is that I am extremely happy with the amount of customization over my character that I have. My character just feels right? Is that a cop-out to say it like that? But it just feels very me to me. I get to choose what he wears, that he has a beard, that he has the tail color, the hair color, and everything. It just feels like my character from the ground up. It's something that I can personally relate to. This extends obviously into the super incredibly in-depth glamour system, which lets me make him look very like my own, very distinct looking. And not to mention, a Rothgar, as I've learned, really stands out in a crowd. They are incredibly hard to miss, as I've found out the hard way, for better and worse. Say for worse, because, y'all, a few things stand out more than me dying and then everyone being in the last raid. Wait, is that the YouTuber on the ground? Me being like, no, this is not actually him. But I'm wrapping up this point because this actually extends beautifully into what I'm making my second point. Point number 2 is in Final Fantasy XIV, there is an extremely large volume of different jobs at this point, going into Endwalker especially even more. And honestly, these are truly playing very differently from one another. Like, the Scholar plays disturbingly different from a White Mage. Don't tell me otherwise. Y'all know that would be a lie. Which also plays very differently from an Astra, even in current content. Like, the card system is its complete own beast, to say the least. Or take another example of how all the range physical DPS play. Someone might ask the question that is new to 14, like, how exactly is pew pew against a target from a range able to be made different? And Machinist, Bard, and Dancer answer that question in spades with tremendously unique rotations and very different approaches to adding group utility. Exact same deal with tanks, melee DPS, and of course casters, which includes the radically wild Blue Mage. And I said it, Blue Mage, and yep, that gets into my third point. Final Fantasy XIV, honestly, if I'm just direct with you, has a metric ton of so-called side content that makes it so that Final Fantasy XIV just has a lot of variety that it offers to you. And I mean very wildly varied variety content. And Blue Mage is a perfect example of this. In fact, I think that it really exemplifies a lot of the design philosophy behind 14. It's not a class that you can take to current day raids or current day expert roulette, but it breathed life back into older content, making it so that you can have a new, very different way to experience this older content. It's a job that you can completely customize the skills from the first skill to the 20th skill, and lets you choose what combos to take or not take, and you can make some wildly, and I truly mean wildly, broken customizations with. And I've just been talking about Blue Mage here. This philosophy, this approach extends into so many other forms of content. This includes things like open world hunts, treasure maps for sometimes insanely huge guild profit. Maps are going to be one of the content types that I plan to make a weekly recurring rotation in my stream. Spoiler alert, I have plans. Fashion Report is in and of itself a huge activity. Lots of people really care a lot about that, and I think that it's amazing. Let alone the Gold Saucer itself, with tons of mini games and events fights going on inside it non-stop? Or what about the Ishgardian Restoration Project, which now has gone into kind of like a sunset period, or what do you call it, like a just a celebration thing with its own feat that you can do there, FETE, and it has its own custom rewards for that. I know that when it first came out, oh my god, people were just swarming all of those, and it was just such an exciting time. But my point is that there is just so many different activities like this in the game. Heck, even announced for Endwalker is going to be the Island Sanctuary feature, which is meant to be a chill and relaxing experience for players that they do at their own pace. The developers have just emphasized this very, in my opinion, Animal Crossing Stardew Valley feeling, and I'm honestly really excited for that because they do actually do this type of content just so chef's kiss. It is beautiful. So if you wanted to come to a game for more than just raiding or PvP, honestly, Final Fantasy XIV offers that in spades. The fourth point is highly related, which is the housing system, and this is an incredibly huge reason that and I know many other players play the game. The housing system in 14 is not just another thrown together system like what you might expect coming from some other games, peace and love, respect. It is a constantly added to, incredibly in-depth pool of itemization for outdoor items, indoor items, mixing and matching furniture, and using special advanced techniques even to slide items into other items and lift other items in there. It really allows you to fully articulate what you want and express yourself in game in a way that's persistent. People say that the glamour's the true end game. Well, you know what? This shows even when I'm offline. When I'm offline, people have visited my FC house and everything. It's honestly quite a cool experience. And the housing system is just so amazing that if I'm gonna be super transparent here, this housing system plus crafting and gathering systems kept me personally playing through Stormblood, where if I'm gonna be super transparent here, I really hit the point where I was actively avoiding raiding altogether after some experiences. That was when I made my own FC. I just completely disconnected basically from the game at the greater community at that point. The housing system, to like wrap that up in a positive note, is just that good that it kept me playing, it kept me motivated. It was just like, I want to log on to achieve this, and it was that good. Now my fifth point is going to be about complexity in this game, and this is not some weird elitist stuff, guys. This is not at all. I know casual players that love this too, so this is not some elitist BS. But Final Fantasy XIV, you can argue, isn't as complex as some things out there. Like, it's not brain surgery, obviously. I mean, I could tell you all about a multiple subpile transaction here, but no one would want to hear that. But relative to other games I've played, there are just so many combinations of buttons and options at your disposal. Like, the Scholar's Toolkit right now, before Endwalker's release, is 32 skills. That's just the Scholar's skills. That's a lot. And now add in raid mechanics where you need to pick and choose what to do and where, and think about things like proactive mitigation or proactive healing, where to pop a particular cooldown like recitation and combo that with Indom, or to bring out Seraph, and you have, say, something where player skill can really be expressed in spades in 14, especially in higher level content like Savage Raids, where you really need to use your kit properly or your entire group's gonna hit the floor. Honestly, let the bodies hit the floor. I have that song stuck in my head again, god darn it. My point is the ability in 14 to express skill and mastery, and to always feel like you can learn more, do more, just improve this a little bit, get a little bit more here. It is mind-blowing in a game like this. Some of the DPS rotations, for instance, are so incredibly involved, and the openers are so large and so big and so long that I've known some of the best WoW raiders to literally wince at them in some of their reaction videos. Like, not to plug my own video, but I am still going to. I've seen some WoW raiders come to 14 and, like, on Twitch watch some of, like, my summoner guide and, like, look at the summoner opener and rotation and Shadowbringers, and yeah. But my point is, like, the complexity and the ability to master things and improve is in and of itself a treat. It's a goal, it's a challenge, and something that keeps you logging on to try and improve. That's one of the most exciting things actually going into Endwalker, is getting the new Sage and thinking, like, how can I actually learn how to use its toolkit to the fullest potential? That's exciting to me. In case my 90 videos on the Sage haven't shown that. I'm like just hyped AF. I know that I would have gotten way more views or clout or whatever BS people say if I covered the Reaper just because of DPS versus a healer, but I'm hyped. I'm living here for the Sage. Yeah, that does it for this video. I see the timer, and I could keep going on, y'all, but y'all know, enjoy a shorter video. Anyhow, let me know in the comments what you love the most about Final Fantasy XIV, and take care and stay safe, everyone.